Good morning. I am off to work this Friday morning, and I hope you are all doing well. Little update on my dad and his car situation. We finally decided, after trying to sell the vehicle for a few months now, or a couple months, that we would just refinance the car, and that would lower the payments. So that's what's going to happen, and the car is going to become my dad's wife's car eventually. So that seems to be coming to a close. My dad's staying with me right now for the next month, as his wife's daughter is getting married in the Philippines, and she has flown back to be part of the celebration. So, and my dad is not in a place to travel anymore with his medical condition, his essential tremors, and just his general strength weakness right now. So he's staying with me for the next, for the next couple weeks again. Well, he's been with me for a couple weeks. He'll be a couple weeks more. And so we've been taking him out to dinner and, cooking for him. And he just told me last night that his car is going to need a smog check. So we're going to get that taken care of. I'll probably have to drive out to Ontario again soon to check his mailbox and pick up a few items for him. And that was kind of a relief for me. It was kind of a disappointment, because I put so much effort and time and energy into trying to sell the vehicle, and then they decided that they wanted to keep it. So that's fine. As long as it's a done deal, it's taken care of. So we took care of that last weekend, I believe. Went into the credit union, got a refinance, so it worked out. And so that's done with. And as far as my own life, I'm trying to move forward in small ways. Aren't we all? I mean, we're all trying to just make some kind of a change in our lives. I feel like this year, it can be a big year of blessings. But it's also a year where we're all kind of reevaluating a lot of things in our lives and planning for long-term things. More so with my generation, a couple years back, I went ahead and I started making preparations for my funeral. My wife and I bought a plot, at a cemetery, and so we make a payment on that every month. After that gets paid, we're gonna go ahead and buy our caskets and pay for the mortuary services and the funeral services as well. Because that was one thing that my mom really did right when she passed away, was she paid for all of the services. Everything was taken care of. My brother and I didn't have to really worry about anything. She had a little metal box, and in that metal box she had all the directions and instructions of what we needed to do. And she had extra cash, and she had a checking account in my name, my brother's name, and her name. And so yeah, she thought of everything, you know. She had a trust. That's something else I wanted to do this year is to get a trust, you know, for my family. And so I want to do that and figure out tax laws with the house, and you know, the way my mom was able to hand the house to me, and I was able to not have the house reassessed for taxes, and I could just be protected under that Prop 13. Worked out real well. And so yeah, you know, I mean, there's always stuff floating around up in that head of here. But you know, come to the end of another week. Been at my job now for a year and 4 months or so, and I'm really glad to be stable working again, even though I'm working for about $20,000 less than I used to make. But you know what, it's all relative, right? So last night I did apply for another job, which would be kind of like a good goal toward my overall dreams. So we'll see what happens with that, even though that is for a little less money and less hours per week. It would mean that I'd have to take on a second job. But, you know, do what I gotta do to be happy, you know. So, you know, because it's not just about making enough money. And, you know, we're all paying high electric bills, and you know, we're all trying to save money. We're all trying to find a better way, right? And some people figure, you know, they're going to go and do a homestead, and they're going to get off the grid and, you know, do all that. Me, I've never seen the opportunity for myself in my situation. Okay. If I was by myself and I wasn't married, yeah, I'd go off grid. But I'm trying to make it work, you know, in an urban environment like most of us. And, you know, we all just kind of like bite the bullet, pay that high electric bill, you know, especially during the summer and the heat with the air conditioning. And so, you know, I feel like I've been through a lot of stuff since my last video. I've really been suffering quite a bit, and I think, you know, we're all suffering. It's just, I wish I could share more, you know, but that's just not my personality. You know, I kind of like live vicariously through everybody else. You know, I watch all their videos and all the things that they're suffering through. And then, you know, I don't feel so alone. But, you know what? God bless you all. Keep seeking truth. I look forward to my next video.